Hi everyone, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I've just got a quick video. I've been playtesting for the Transformers TCG ATP Full Constructed January event. I have a deck that I'm not bringing to that event, but I still had a lot of fun playing, so I just want to do a quick video on it. This is Sky Lynx Constructed. It's technically Titan 1 legal. It's the only format it's not legal in is Junkion. It didn't quite match the power level I was having, but I've been wanting to play a big boy deck where you've got one centerpiece character, and Sky Lynx certainly fits that bill, and then playing an aggro deck. I think Sky Lynx wants to play a little more control. I think in a blue shell, he will just be a lot stronger where you can really get use out of his flips. But it was still fun in an aggro deck list, and I think for Titan 1 format, it'll still be a really fun contender. But if you don't know Sky Lynx, he's a ton of fun. In his alt mode side, he's got big stats because he's a big boy. Every time you flip to alt mode, you get to draw a card. He helps his partners attack. In his bot mode side, whenever you flip to this side, you can ping him to get an extra play for a turn, which is huge. And then you can move a damage from him to an attacking character who's attacking him if you scrap a card. I've had a lot of fun with these abilities. The partners I gave him were the aerial bots, and I've actually had like 3 different versions. I've gone through 3 different versions of this deck list. You can see them all on Teletran, see how things have changed. What I found was like the partners I liked. I like the aerial bot stratagem. That's a lot of fun to play with. It gets a lot of value out of the aerial bots. If you'll notice in kind of how my deck list has changed, I'm trying to figure out like new green pips to add in maybe for the version 3, but it's just a solid orange shell. You're trying to get cards in hand to get those extra plays out of Sky Lynx. So I've got the treasure hunts. It's aggro. I need to hit hard, especially if I'm fighting Titan Masters, where these guys, there's a chance they're getting one shot in the constructed format. So things like Reckless Charge don't matter as much because swinging for 10 is pretty easy against this deck. So the health on the little guys doesn't matter as much. Those are auto includes. Belligerence, we all know and love and hate Belligerence. We no need to talk about that. Take by surprise, especially in this format, has been really big, especially because you're again, the damage that you're dealing to your own characters, especially if I'm pinging Sky Lynx and then I know I'm going to get to move one on the turn. It's just like almost a free move this card, technically don't scrap it kind of card, which is great. I'm playing enough armors in the deck that I do want the armored assaults. That buff, you know, if I have, say, an improvised shield on, or sometimes that happens, which is unfortunate. But let's say I have a force field or a bashing shield, I can play then an enforcement batons and play an armored assault and maybe get an extra play out of Sky Lynx for another pump and just destroy something. When that goes off, it does feel really, really good. Knack is a card that I'm considering dropping to 2. As it is, I get the green pip value for my airstrike patrol, which is nice, but I don't have a way to pick it up. None of my characters are specialists. None of them are leaders. And it's been one that I've been thinking about dropping to 2 and replacing with a different green pip card, or dropping from 2 to 1 and replacing with a different green pip card. But even as a black pip, like, I think because I've been playing 2, like in my playtesting, I've just been seeing it a lot, and getting Knack off. When I do get it off, it's really good. I found in my playtesting, this is just me getting unlucky, Knack and Paralyzo Box, I just keep drawing, like, I know I'm facing a blue deck and they flip like they're one like white pip or black pip or something. And it's like a bunch in a row. I think, I don't know if there's footage. I think there's footage out there from live stream playtesting at Blue vs Orange TCG. So if you want to see how like the first version of this deck worked out, check that out. Will of the Protocols has been a big one to include. Having a pocket Perceptor in hand, especially with Sky Lynx, you want the cards in hand to get those extra plays, is really, really big. And it's been since I added it to the deck's been running a lot more smoothly. We know End Hostilities, we know what those do. Hold the Line, we know what that does. Every now and then it does save me one of my little guys, which has been big. And then our upgrade package is pretty standard here. Grenade launchers, we know. Enforcement batons, again, with Airstrike Patrol, it's a nice +3 when you flip it. I've dropped my Sturdy Javelin. Oh, that's my Soldier's Blaster. I've dropped my Sturdy Javelin down to 1 from, I was running 2. I found that Sky Lynx often isn't in his ranged mode when he's swinging in. And the Airstrike Patrol sometimes uses it, but sometimes not. So I'm pretty comfortable with 1. Fusion Borer, we know. And then Paralyzo Box, man, let me tell you, Christian can attest to this. I think it was like 6 times in a row I got this card wrong. But when it hits, it does hit super, super good. So I haven't had the heart to cut it out yet. It's a white pip, it's a green pip for my ranged guys. I haven't had the heart to cut it out yet. What I did cut down was, I was running 2 force fields. I've cut it down to 1 because often I've been finding myself in a situation where there's enough direct damage coming out that I'm siding out force field and putting in, and actually in this like version of the list, I guess I don't have the absorption cores. I thought I put those in the sideboard. Maybe I grabbed the wrong thing to put in my sideboard, but oftentimes I find myself swapping out force field for absorption cores to fight off some direct damage. Improvised shield, we know what that is. Scrapper Gauntlets is another way to get an additional card draw when I can't scrap a weapon, which is nice. Bashing shield, we all know what that does. And then what I found in this Sky Lynx deck, like for a while I haven't been running Pocket Processor as much, but Sky Lynx has definitely made Pocket Processor come back for me. And the other card that I haven't played in a while that Sky Lynx has been loving has been Enhanced Power Cells. Sky Lynx at 20 HP, even with an orange deck, it's a grind to kill him. The Enhanced Power Cells have been clutch in playtesting. The Spy Satellite Uplink is the last one on the list. But yeah, so with this deck, like you're essentially your partners, you don't care about flipping. Sky Lynx, you're flipping every turn, and he just gives you value every turn. It's a lot of fun. I think for my actual constructed event, I'm going to be playing a different deck list, but my next move is to try out Sky Lynx in blue. Aggro has been a lot of fun. I like orange decks. I like the fast play that comes with them, but I think Sky Lynx, he does want to lean blue. And yeah, I think this is just a fun deck list. Again, like I said, it's not the craziest power level. It's pretty easy to pilot. So if you're looking to grab something to play, I think you'll have a lot of fun playing Sky Lynx. And that's it for today's video. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and I hope you all have a happy New Year's. I guess this is like the last video on the channel before New Year's Day. No, that's not true. There will be another one. Never mind. All right. Have a good day, everyone. And if you haven't seen, I've got a giveaway for the Transformers deck building game in a previous video from last week, so check that out. And I hope everyone has a happy rest of the holiday. See you, everyone.